Osteocase friends, Michelle from Mulligan Coaching here with you today for a Fuse workout. We are combining the best of the worlds of yoga and Pilates for our movement session today. We are going to be using a foam roller and also a balancing pole for a couple of the exercises today. If you don't have either of those things, that's okay. I would just recommend you to have them handy in case. So let's go ahead, jump on our mat and get going. We're going to start in an all fours position, and I'm going to encourage you to try out that foam roller. Go ahead, just place your hands on top of the foam roller, and your hips are stacked right above your knees, shoulders right above your wrists. And we're going to go ahead and move into a cat and cow, lifting that chest out in front of you, and then tucking the tailbone to round the back. Inhale to move forward, so that neck grow nice and long. And then again, use those abdominals to tuck that pelvis underneath of you. So not a lot different with our cat and cow so far. It just feels like maybe we're on an elevated surface. Don't worry, we're going to get into some of the goodies that we can do with the foam roller here in just a moment. I really like to start each workout session just by moving. We want to find some mobility in our spine, especially that thoracic spine. Anything right underneath your shoulder blades. So really see if we can get a little more extension through that area. Last time, rounding it out. Yeah, all right. So this time, let's go ahead and I'm gonna invite you to roll your hands out on your foam roller. Your hips are slightly lifted. We get some nice shoulder extension, we call it. Now again, if you didn't have a foam roller, that's perfectly okay. You can still do this movement. Let me tilt my screen here just a little bit so in case you're not able to see. Oh, there we go, that's better. So let's go ahead and try a few more of those. We can just walk our hands out, sitting our hips back towards our heels. If we didn't have the roller, but the roller allows us to have a little bit of flow here. And oh man, that feels really good. One more. And back to that tabletop position. Now we're going to get into the side body a little bit more by taking the roller out at a diagonal. So same exact motion. This time I'm going to take it out to the right side of the mat so I really get that stretch along the left. And you can just walk your hands towards the right side of your mat if you didn't have that roller. Come back up to the center and do that one more time to this side. So we're not really bending in our back a lot. It's just a little off center so we can really feel that stretch along the opposite side of our body to which our arms are going. And let's go ahead and try it to the other side. I'm going to move my balance pole out of the way. Making sure you're not forcing any of these stretches or any of the movements that we're doing today at all. So just getting some mobility. If you want to try one more of those, go right ahead, and then you can put that roller off to the side. From here, we're going to do a little, we're going to move through the sun salutation from yoga to get a little more mobile and to start building some heat. So before we go any farther, let's go ahead and everyone find a kneeling plank position, and we'll lower all the way down onto the ground. Extend those legs out. And the legs should be comfortable. Now we should go ahead and give me a little baby back extension. Abs are engaged. Hands right by our sides. Press ourselves up to that kneeling plank. And then hips roll back. Let's do that one more time from kneeling. Inhaling forward to our half plank. Feel that belly engage. Exhale, we lower chest and hips at the exact same moment. Inhale, a little lift of the chest. And then pushing ourselves up. And back to that child's pose. Let's go ahead this time, bring our right foot and then our left between our hands. We're in a nice low squat here with our knees bent. Inhale those arms all the way up. Reach your face for the ceiling. Let's drop the right hand, reach up with the left. And then inhale up. Reach the left hand down, reach up with the right. Inhale up. And then sink those hips down for a little baby squat. And then hands come down towards the feet. We're going to step back with one foot and the other to a full plank position, or you can go ahead and drop those knees. If you're staying with the full plank position, let's again go ahead and lower ourselves all the way down with control. If you're familiar with the chaturanga and the up dog, feel free to include that here, but I'm going to stay with that little baby back extension. Whether you're on your knees or on your toes, come back to your plank, and let's try a down dog or a child's pose. If you would prefer, walk the dog just a few times here, and then we'll step up with that left foot and the right foot between our hands. We're in a nice low squat, bending those knees, pushing through the heels as we stand all the way up. And again, I know you can't see my arms, so just go ahead and listen as I instruct you. Lifting up with the left hands, reaching down with our right arm. Inhale, both arms up above your head. Exhale, left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Use those abdominals, keep them engaged. Hands come to your heart center as you sit those hips back to that chair pose. And then all the way down to that forward fold, stepping back again to a full plank or a half plank. Feel those abs engaged and our neck nice and long. Lower down, nice and controlled. Inhale. Little baby back, and notice how strong my legs are. I want you to really point those toes. It engages the back side of the body. Tuck those toes under. Again, you can do all of this from your knees, just how we did that first round. Let's step up with one foot and the other. Inhaling up, drop that left arm, reach up with our right. Inhale, both arms are up towards the ceiling. Exhale, our right arm goes down, left arm goes up. Inhale, both arms up. We bring our hands to heart center as we sit into that squat. And then place our hands down flat on the floor. Let's go ahead and step back with our left foot and our right to our plank. And hinge back to that downward dog or that child's pose. Pump those heels a few more times. Press back through the hands. Keeping our knees nice and soft here, so we can get some extension through our back. Our body should look like an inverted V. And let's do that one more time. From our knees or from our toes, inhaling forward to that plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Extend those legs out nice and long. Feel your neck nice and long as you lengthen through that chest towards the front of the room. And we press ourselves up and back. This time we come to standing once again. Drop one arm, reach up with the opposite. Last time. Both arms are up towards the sky, our abs are engaged, and we sit back to that nice chair position. And then hands come down towards the floor. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Neck should feel nice and loose here. Knees are really bent, we're supporting somewhere, so my chest might be touching my thighs, but my hands are on the ground. My back, there's no strain in my back here at all. My legs, my hands are doing the work. Let's go ahead and step down with one leg and the other so we can come to kneeling, and we're going to swing it all the way around so that we come seated on our mat. We're going to move into some Pilates abs next. So go ahead and lay all the way back on your mat. And we are going to go ahead and just begin with a little activation, core activation exercise to really wake up those abs. This is an important part. So right now we have our feet flat on the floor, and I just want you to think about a string attached to your pubic bone, and you're going to pull it up towards your nose and then release. So our pelvis tilts, so we push that low back into the mat. Make full contact with the mat, and then we release. Tilt the pelvis using the muscles of the abs and release. So when that back is fully in contact with the mat, we call that a pelvic imprint. And there might be some of our exercises today that you will prefer that pelvic imprint. Let's just do a few more of these and really focus on your abdominals doing that motion. Not just going through the motions, but really harnessing that muscle. All right. So next, let's go ahead and work on a little baby ab curl here. And hands behind our head. We can see our elbows in the periphery. I want you to think about engaging all of those muscles in a neutral spine. Pretend like you have a corset wrapped all the way around your waist, and you're pulling in from all of the different directions. Head is nice and loose in your hands, and we are going to inhale and then exhale, lifting just a little bit. I call this a baby ab curl. And then relax, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhale just a little bit. So we feel this mostly in our upper abs, but our lower abs are still engaged. Now when you breathe in, I want you to think about filling up your back, as if you could expand your back along your mat. One more. Inhale. Exhale, curling. All right, so keeping your baby ab curl or releasing and letting your head relax on the ground, we're going to practice floating one leg at a time to a nice 90-degree position. So our feet start on the floor, and we're staying super still through that powerhouse. Belly is down, nice and flat. Our abs are not pooching up. Again, think about that corset, cinching everything in. And you're only moving out of that ball and socket joint of the hip. This is a lot of control. Okay, one more time each side. We're going to add on to this. Go ahead, relax head and neck down. For just a moment, we're going to reset that posture. Hands come behind your head, engaging those abdominals, pulling up, pulling in from all different directions, and this time stacking one leg and then the other to 90 degrees. Now you might decide to stay right here. This is still a lot of ab work. If you want a little more of a challenge, staying in that little ab curl or relaxing that head down, I want you to do that same pelvic tilt motion that we did initially. It's a little baby movement, but we're really focusing on those low abs. Keep that neck nice and loose. Inhale, exhale, tilt. Inhale, exhale, tilt. Now, focus on that release, that return to that neutral, as also just think about resisting it. So we're not just letting it go and letting the body just float back to that position. We're almost actively resisting that motion. Go ahead, one more. Staying here, oh yeah, and we're going to go back to that marching motion. This time our legs stay at that 90 degrees. If at any point in time you need to stop, reset for a better quality, better feel in those abs, do that. Again, your head can be down. Making sure to bring those legs no further, no closer to you than right here at 90 degrees. Keep that belly down nice and flat. Let's do one more on each side. I'm doing this with you, so I'm starting to feel it. So I'm thinking you probably are too. And now we're going to change it into a bicycle. So one leg's going to go down, we're going to go up and curl to the other side and switch. So I really want you to focus on that rotation more than the height. Keep everything super tight. Rotate. Super tight. Rotate. One more to each side. Okay. Whew. I need to relax that one just a little bit. We've got one more here. Okay, hands in your head in your hands. Engage those abdominals. Pull it all in from all directions. We're stacking those legs back to 90. And we're going to extend one leg out long. 1, 2, 3 little pulses. And back up to 90. 1, 2, 3 pulses with the other leg. Come on, keep that curl. 1, 2, 3. Control it. Let's do 2 more on each side. Can you tighten up your abs any more? I'm feeling this burn. One on each side, come on. Oh, go ahead and grab those knees, relax that head, just shake it side to side. Woo. Go ahead and you can roll over, grab a quick drink. I'm going to take just a moment here to transition. We're going to be rolling over onto our stomach for some back work with our foam roller. Going to turn up our tunes just a little bit here. Go ahead and grab that foam roller. And again, if you don't have one, that's okay. We're going to work on some back extension work here. This is a wonderful movement to do just to help reset that posture so we don't end up in that forward shoulder position that we spend most of our life in. So this back extension work has proved really helpful for me. Okay, hands are going to be on top of that foam roller. I like to go thumbs up just like this. Let's start facing the ground. Feet are hip width a little bit wider apart. Toes are pointed, and I'm really active in my lower body. So I give a little squeeze to my glutes and a little squeeze to the abs. That's what protects your low back. You should not have any pain in your low back doing this exercise. So we don't want to go all the way out to the ends of our fingertips here. I want it right here, tucked at my wrist, the meaty part of my hand. I'm going to inhale, roll that foam roller slightly back towards me. I feel my shoulder blades roll down my back and those back muscles engage. Exhale, you're down. Keep that lower body active the whole time. Quads are active, knees are lifted off of the ground. We have integrity in the low body. Inhale. Think about growing out of that chest. You're not lifting up, you're growing long. Ooh. I hope you're feeling this in a good way in the muscles of the back. I just love doing this with the foam roller. Let's go ahead on this next lift. I want you to find it might not be as high, but it's sustainable. Okay, so maybe about 50 to 70% of what you were, your extension that you were doing before. And we're going to add in a little lift of the arms. Make sure we keep that lower body stable. Just practice this part for right here. And then if you feel comfortable lifting the arm, try lifting opposite leg. Remember, neck stays nice and long, no crunching of our neck. Think about reaching out long towards the opposite end of the room with your arm and your leg. Oh, I feel those back muscles working. Keep reaching, keep those glutes, keep your abs engaged. Keep that neck long. And let's go ahead and relax. Woo. Okay. Let's go ahead and move our foam roller off to the side. We're going to place up to a child's pose, just for a little break. Bring those knees underneath you if you need to. Oh, yeah. All right, coming up to standing, grab that balance pole, put it somewhere close by that's easy to grab. We don't need it right away, but we will soon. So let's go ahead, step up with one foot and the other like we did during our sun salutation. Our chest is rested on our thighs, hands are supporting somewhere, and we breathe it all the way up, reach for that ceiling. Go ahead and get some shoulder rolls backwards. it looks like I need to. Here, let's try this. All right, I guess that will work. All right, here from standing, let's go ahead and take our legs nice and wide. Toes are pointed out towards the corners of the room. We're going to do a little stretching first and then move on to some strengthening. So let's go ahead and we can flow our arms with our legs. So we bend down, knees are right over those toes. Spine is nice and tall, so it's almost like our spine is sliding up and down along the wall behind us. All right, let's do one more here so we can get a little bit deeper. Yes. All right, go ahead and grab your balancing pole. We're doing a plie squat series here. This is a little Pilates, little bar-inspired movements here. So the toes are right out at that angle, just like we had them before, and we are going to go up and down. Now make any adjustments that you need to make sure that this is comfortable and that those knees stay over the ankles. We should be feeling this in the glutes as well as the inner thighs. For me, I know that this right knee kind of likes to fall inward, so I really have to focus on keeping that right side nice and open. All right, let's go 8, 7, push through your heels, squeeze your glutes. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. I want you to stay down low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do not stand up. I want you to lift your right heel, and I want you to shift your weight so you feel more than half of your weight on that right side. You're up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Don't even stop to breathe. We lifted on the left side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're alternating for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh yeah! 5, 4. Don't stand all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Can you hold it down for me? 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. Press those knees back. Squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand that up. Oh yeah. Feeling some heat there. Oh, nice. Okay. Go ahead and place your balance pole. Now we're going to get the heart rate up just a little bit here. We're not done with those plie squats yet. We're calling this a plie jack squat. And I want you to put yourself right in the middle of your mat. You're going to step out to that plie position and in a jack motion. And then bring it back together. I want you to zip up through the center of the body. You're squeezing your inner thighs. Your posture's super tall, abs are tight. Step out the other side. Give me that plie squat. Up. And same thing over here. So we're alternating our sides every time you come together. Squeeze the center of the body. Once you got that motion, let's move a little quicker. Squeeze your glutes as you bring those legs in tight together, as well as those inner thighs. Almost like you're just pinching something together with those thighs. Excellent. Okay, bring those arms down. We're going to stand work. You're going to go ahead and turn towards the side here on the mat. Whew, yeah. Get the heart rate up just a little bit there. And let's go ahead and pick one leg that you would like to start standing on. My left side's a little stronger of the two, so I'm going to stand on that side first. Go ahead and spread those toes out nice and wide. Feel your footing really well grounded into your surface. Roll those shoulders down and back. Engage those abs. So we're just going to start with a knee lift and lower. I don't even need to touch the ground. I want you to feel like you're really using your abs as opposed to those hip flexors to do this motion. And once you feel comfortable with that, I want you to practice doing just a little tilt here for me. Taking that leg behind you. Making sure we're not sinking into the hip of the standing leg. We're strong and lifted out of that hip. Now, if you're feeling pretty comfortable here, we can add on a little more by extending that leg out behind us and our arms out to the side. And again, draw that knee up. Strong abs. The glutes are on, especially on that standing leg. This is great neuromuscular training, not just for balance, but also for motions like a single leg deadlift, single straight leg deadlift. Let's do one more on the side. You can feel all those little muscles and tendons in that standing leg, indeed. Let's shake it out. Other side, spread those toes out nice and wide. Let's see what this side is going to do today. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw the left knee up towards the chest, or whatever your non-standing leg is, what blocks the side that you did last time. You want those arms flow, or you can keep them stationary. And then once you feel comfortable here, you can add in a little hip hinge. You can certainly do this holding onto a wall or that valence pole as well for a little extra support today. Keep that belly tight, chest is lifted. And if you're ready for more, wanting more, extend that leg out nice and long. Give me a little deeper hip hinge. Arms come out to the side. We can even float the arms up above the head to a nice wide V position as that knee floats up. And let's do one more of those nice hip hinges. And then we'll come back to standing. All right, we're not quite done here. We're going to do a little bit more. I kind of like doing some of these motions that we normally do with shoes on, just get the shoes off. So we're going to do some lunging. So let's go ahead and find yourself in the center of your mat. And let's go ahead and step back with that whatever foot that you want. You're going to lunge down, and I just want you to tap up. So we're going to fire up those glutes here, and reverse lunge, tap the toe up. So we're not even completely extending, we're keeping all of the weight on that forward leg. We're going to get the heart rate up just a little bit here, get some more strength going, and we're also, I don't know about you, but I feel pretty unstable here without shoes on. So this is a really different type of training. It's really good for us to challenge our bodies to do different stuff. Yeah, we don't have weight, but that doesn't mean that this isn't really good for our fitness. So much of our fitness progression is just our nervous system learning how to work the best ways, and we can actually, whatever we practice, whether good or bad, becomes permanent. more time. Sorry, I got talking a little bit there. Lunge, add in that knee drive. Lunge, slow it down, add that knee drive. One more on this side. Yep, feel that glutes. And then let's switch it to the other side. Go right into it. Yes, you'll probably notice that one side is more stable than the other. That was definitely my first side. That was better. So yes, definitely use that nail and pull here. If this is really new, and you just want a little extra confidence. All right, add in that knee drive. If you'd like, at the top. We've only got about 5 minutes left. Let's do one more here. Hold it. Slow that down. We're going to move down to the floor. Let's do so safely. We're going to need our knees coming down to the floor. We're going to hit those glutes a little bit more. Okay, quadruped position, all fours, shoulders lined up with our wrists, hips lined up with our knees. You can go ahead and bring your knees just a little bit more narrow. Flexing one of your feet, taking it up to a nice 90-degree position. Bringing the knee in and then extending. So we don't extend in the low back, we extend from the glutes. Yeah. Up, pretending like you're punching a hole through the ceiling with your heel. And you're resisting coming back down. So up, squeeze the glutes, resist. Pretend like you have a resistance band that's preventing that knee from coming back to that sturdy position. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. 10 little pushes. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your hips square. 5, 4, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Same side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Use your glutes. Don't just move through the motions. 3, 2, 1. Sorry if I lost track of counting there. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee back in, and now we're going out to the side. Yep, we're not stopping, we're not switching legs. Making sure we're not dumping into the opposite hip. We are lifted, also out of our shoulders. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Woo, now we get to move on to the other side. I'm going to turn myself around. Grab a quick drink if you need to. I feel like I really need to. Okay, friends, we're almost done for today. Keep your foam roller handy. We'll finish with a little bit more with that too. But for now, onto our opposite leg, quadruped, all fours, position, abs are engaged, neck is nice and long. Heel up towards the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, hold it up there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Are you squeezing with your glutes? You're just moving through the motions. 3, 2, 1, again. That's good news. You get another chance to really squeeze. No movement in the low back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, feeling it. 9, 10. Squeeze. Hold it up there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down out to the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, if your opposite hip burns, the one with the knee on the ground, mine does too. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that again. Now I do want to point out that I'm not twisting it all in my low back. If I can't get my leg all the way up, that is okay. Do 6, 5, 4, 3, abs are tight, 2, 1. 10 little pulses, we're done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Child's pose. Okay, finishing up here in just a few minutes. Let's do just a little abs finisher here. Another one I like to do with the foam roller. This is an option. Foam roller is an option. Plank with the hands on the foam roller. Of course, you can do this from your knees if you just kind of want to play with it. Nice and easy for today, or else we can pop up onto those toes. Let's get ready, set, and lift. Pretend like you got that corset around your waist, your shoulders are right above your wrists, you're pushing against that roller. You can give me just a little baby, roll forwards, roll backwards, if you want. Think we can do about another 30 seconds here? I think so. Is there any part of your abs that you don't feel right now? Give it just a little nip and a tuck. As in, think about turning those muscles on. Sometimes just thinking about it helps us those muscles to fire a little more. We've got less than 15 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, second down. Excellent. Let's go ahead and roll over onto, actually, let's go ahead and stay here. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves one last either child's pose or down dog, whichever one that you would prefer. Stretch out the shoulders again, stretch out our back of our legs and our back one more time. Press strong through those hands. Bend your knees a little more if you need to. And I'll give you the option to move to a pigeon pose here with the knee between the hands. Keep that back leg extended out long if you're familiar with the pigeon pose. Otherwise, let's go ahead and just drop the knees and swing around so that we can do a figure 4 position. It's really the same stretch, just a couple of different ways of doing it. Either way, getting those glutes stretched out is really good. After those heel punches that we did. Lift up that chest if you're in this position. And let's try switching. Our legs transition back to that downward dog and then to the pigeon on the other side, if that is the option that you took. All right, go ahead and everybody will meet in a kneeling lunge position for a little quad hip flexor stretch Almost done here. We can curl that back to under if we want. Oh yeah, we feel that. And then we can take opposite arm from the leg that's forward up. And perhaps just a little tiny bit over towards the side. No pain in the back. You just feel a little extra stretch through the side of the hip. It's just an option. Arm down. Switch it to the other side. In fact, that foam roller and your balance foam handy, which you can use here as well. All right. Have your balance, abs are engaged. And then if you want to, you can reach up and slightly over with that opposite hand. And then release. Let's all finish in a nice child's pose, just to release any extra tension in that low back. Last opportunity to stretch those arms out as well. Stay in that child's pose a little longer if you would like to. Otherwise, feel free to bring yourself out of that position. And that is all. Thank you so much for joining me for this first use class. That'll be a little bit different emphasis each week. I really like these kind of different combos. It makes it fun and interesting to teach and to do. So if you have any feedback for me, questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful day and stay well.